Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. Well, guys, Thursday. By the way, last night I'm like looking at my phone just always to make sure. Last night was the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 1. It took like a whole 3 minutes to cue the phone call, which I thought was interesting. So we cannot wait for this wild ride, but we will be going live with Ashley from Taste of Reality today at 12 p.m. Eastern to discuss. Now, we're back to talk about the fact that not only is James Kennedy not going to face any criminal charges for the incident that happened on the night of December 10th, but also Ally Lewber has finally addressed the fact that she is splitting. It was a breakup announcement. So before we jump in, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And of course, everyone is always asking me about my skin, and I appreciate you guys. Right now, I'm going for the burly look because it is cold outside, but it's not a secret. It is my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0. Literally, with the press of a button, it uses these little microcurrents. It feels like a massage to lift, illuminate, rejuvenate, and it takes the inflammation out of your skin. The best part is normally it's $300. If you click on the link in the description or pinned in the comment section, you get $200 off. And if it doesn't reduce your double chin, if you don't absolutely love it, Blue Mean will refund you 100%. So with that, let's start here. Hoy, no bueno. Thank you to page 6. James Kennedy has been cleared in the domestic violence case. No charges will be filed after the arrest. Why I think this is interesting is I genuinely did think that they were going to make an example out of him. I really, really did. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Listen, I don't want anybody to go to jail. I don't want, unless you it's case by case. But for this, I kind of wonder if it's because Ally Lewber was not going to press charges. She wasn't willing to press charges. I think that might have been his saving grace in this situation. But back to it. So he's off the hook after he was arrested for domestic violence last month. His attorney, Scott Lehman, told Page 6 via a statement just yesterday that the Burbank City Attorney's Office in LA will not be filing charges after conducting a thorough and professional investigation. Their diligent investigation confirmed what we have maintained from the beginning. There were no grounds for any charges to be filed against Mr. Kennedy. Okay. The lawyer also said James is grateful to have this matter behind him, and he's looking forward to continuing to focus on his sobriety and his DJ career. So he was arrested on December 10th after allegedly getting into a scuffle with his girlfriend, Ally Lewber, and this was after Kathy Hilton's Christmas party. It was an eyewitness who called the police after allegedly witnessing James grab Ally and toss her to the ground, which... But what they said was when officers arrived, there were no bruises or injuries visible on Ally. He was taken to jail for misdemeanor DB and released on a $20,000 bail. An insider ended up telling Us Weekly that James behaved erratically and had to be chased at Kathy Hilton's party by an unnamed male friend. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit too. You guys know that we were there with a few other people, and it seemed like things were just a little bit off, which, it's also, though, if you know James, you know that he can be really, really reserved and quiet and sort of stoic, but he can also be very, very hyper. So I guess I wasn't really surprised by things being off. And going through like my early 20s with working with him, he was all over the place. He had a lot of energy. It was like a lot, that's his personality. That's probably why they wanted him on reality TV. So I guess I just wasn't as shocked. I really didn't think that he was sober that night. I mean, I didn't think that. But also, everybody was drinking that night. So, but also not everybody's claiming to be sober. It just keeps going back and forth. We could play this game all day. So, a spy, meanwhile, told Page 6 that he sped across the red carpet like he was trying to avoid everyone. It was a blue carpet, and the vibes were weird. More than a week after his arrest, James Kennedy spoke out via Instagram saying he was taking time to focus on his sobriety and his personal growth. He said, "I'm committed to making those meaningful changes in my life." Yeah. Well, we know that Ally ended up moving out of his house in the San Fernando Valley, and she later thanked her fans for the love and support. The duo, however, they still check in with each other. Ally's living her own life. She's focusing on her own peace and healing in her astrology career, and James isn't her priority right now. I think that she's probably in that place of, you need to get better before I can be in this. But so many people too, and I feel bad because I see this coming. It's going to happen so quick. So many people are going to attack Ally as if she wasn't the victim in that, and say, "Oh, well, of course, now that the show's gone, you don't want to be with James. Of course you don't want to be with James, like, why would you need to be with him now? I bet you if the show would have stayed on, you wouldn't have left." Also though, you guys, if they were still filming the show, if the show was still on, she still could have left James and they still would have given her a role. They just would have given her a lesser role, but they would have followed that story 100%. But moving on. So then there's this. Thank you to our girls over at tasteofreality.com. We have Ashley again joining us today at 12 p.m. Eastern for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, part 1. But I saw this last night, you guys, and I did a TikTok on it. Ally Lewber addressing James Kennedy's arrest, and she was shocked by the headlines. Well, here we go. Ally Lewber and James Kennedy have called it quits. She took to her Instagram stories to clarify her and James' relationship status and the incident that started it all. Okay. It was December 10th where the DJ was arrested on a misdemeanor domestic charge, and we know the story. We just kind of went through it, but here is her statement. Thank you all for your support and kindness. I am happy that prosecutors decided not to file against James, as I never desired criminal charges. We had an argument outside of his home related to him drinking again. However, I was not physically hurt. I was shocked by the headlines and disheartened by how the event was portrayed. We are no longer together, but I'll always support James and wish him the best with his sobriety and healing. Thank you for understanding. I mean, I also don't know how James always finds like these saints. But then again, I guess Rachel wasn't a saint. Rachel went from like always listening to the little angel on her shoulder to like letting the devil in a little bit and just like running amok. But for Ally Lewber, like, the girl really is a saint. She could say whatever she wants. She doesn't live with him. Just, once you break up, you don't owe anybody anything. She's just displaying class, respect. I think this is how it should go. But I did have a friend, somebody I know, who sent me an opinion. I'm not going to share who they are, but they said, I'd really hope that she wouldn't join the mound of women who speaks nicely at an exit and just leaves him to abuse another woman without speaking her truth. And that kind of got me a little bit too, because I'm sure so many people feel like that. I don't know. Wow. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. Again, do not forget to check out the link in the description, also pinned in the comment section. Yeah, I know that the opinions are about to pop off. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of them in the live chat today for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So here we go. I love you guys. Happy snow day if you're in South Carolina. Bye.